Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto in the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds without bariatric surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. I am so glad that you stopped by to check in on me for my 5 months post tummy tuck update. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my scar and how it's currently sitting. I'm talking a little bit about what kind of symptoms I'm experiencing at this point out in my surgery, and just kind of giving you a little bit of an overview of how I am doing 5 months post tummy tuck. So if you are new here, you may not realize, but I actually had a whole lower body lift. That is a circumferential tummy tuck, also called a belt lipectomy. But it's where they basically cut all the way around you and lift everything up, which is super awesome. Because I also had a lot of loose skin above my belly button, I chose to have what they call a Fleur-de-lis. And that is where they cut you vertically. So I also had a vertical tummy tuck, and they take the skin from the sides and they push it together and they cut off a big triangle of skin in order to remove the skin above the belly button. I also had my muscles repaired. My muscles had separated due to lots of babies. I had 8 children, and also from being severely obese for years and years, my muscles had separated. I had a 6-inch wide diastasis recti, which is pretty impressive. It is the second largest my doctor has ever seen, which I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but it is what it is. And the doctor was able to pull that tight and sew that up. So along with my surgery, I decided to add on my thigh lift. So I also had a medial thigh lift at the time in order to kind of get 2 in 1. Have one recovery. It was something that I knew that I wanted to do, and it was easy to add it on to my current surgeries. If you're wondering how much I paid for my surgeries, I have that breakdown down in the about section below. I also have a lot of information on how you can support the channel, products that I am sponsored by and that I am affiliated with, and Amazon links to my favorite post-surgical recovery stuff like that, so that you guys can help keep this channel running and keep these videos going. So I hope that you'll take a minute to check out the about section for all of the goodies that we have down there. But yeah, the price and my doctor's information and website are all in the about section below. He was phenomenal, as you are going to see if you haven't seen already, and I'm very, very happy with my results. Okay, so that all being said, let's get into it. 5 months post tummy tuck. As far as activity level goes, if you've been watching some of my other videos, you have seen that I have been involved in a lot of physical activity recently. I just finished up performances of the Nutcracker, where I performed as a party parent. I had to carry around a big dress with a big huge bell skirt and everything, and do dancing and acting and that kind of thing on stage. Also this past week, I just finished up my big showcase where I did a clogging number and a contemporary lyrical number. So I'm definitely back to doing the things that I was doing pre-surgery. Those are the things that I normally would do. All my dance stuff is stuff that I normally would do pre-surgery. But I will say this, I have definitely noticed that I am not on my game as it comes to those type of things. It seems to me like dancing's a little bit harder. I feel a little bit more sluggish. I feel heavier. I definitely am heavier than I was when I performed in the spring, which, aside from the fact that I don't have the jiggly skin everywhere, which is a super huge blessing, but since surgery, my weight has gone up, and it is definitely affecting me and making me feel a little bit more sluggish on the dance floor. But as far as pain or any of the actual surgery getting in the way of what I would like to do, at this point, I'm not really struggling with that per se. But I will say this, my muscle repair still hurts if I overeat. It's kind of similar to as if you would have a gastric surgery and that you would overeat, in that it's more painful. I will get a distended area above my belly button and it hurts right there. That's where if I eat too much, it starts to feel really sore, really uncomfortable. So obviously I would try not to eat too much to avoid those feelings. So at the top of my muscle repair, I still do have some pain 5 months out. When I overeat, when I exercise, if I try to do any abdominal exercises, it still hurts pretty good at the top of my muscle repair. But you know, it's not like horrible pain, but it's definitely still a bit tender. So I try and keep that in mind as I'm doing what I'm doing so that I don't overdo it and that I can let my body continue to heal. And it is a really good reminder to me that I am still in healing mode and that my body has not fully healed from this surgery, which is important to remember because I know all of us really want to just get back at it and be normal and of course feel like we can do even better because we don't have all of that loose skin jiggling around. But the problem is this is a big invasive surgery. You can see, I'm going to put a before picture up here so that you can see like where I came from. I obviously had a lot of skin removed, about 8.5 pounds of skin when they weighed it out. And obviously you can see the sides of my belly where the diastasis was, where I was kind of bloated. Some days I would look big like that and other days I would just look kind of like wrinkly and deflated and I would think that I was gaining weight when it was just because my muscles weren't closed up. I don't really have that problem anymore, but now I have kind of pain if I overeat and that kind of thing and swelling from the actual surgery. Am I still struggling with some swelling? Yes, I would say yes. And of course, even some tenderness. I have actually noticed some more tenderness starting in my hips area, right below where the body lift actually went around, just tender in my muscles. I get swollen back there a lot. I don't know if that's just because it hasn't healed all the way or if that's just going to be like that for a while, but it definitely is a reminder that I am not 100% healed from the surgery yet. And it does make me a little nervous and trepidatious for doing another one because I really want to feel back to normal and I feel like I would just be starting over at ground zero if I were to have another surgery right now. So I'm probably not going to be doing that for a while. I do want more surgeries in the future. I definitely did not get everything that I needed done when I did this one, but I just want to get a handle on healing before I deal with anything like that. So I have been dealing with some tenderness in my hips area, my back, along the actual scar, but also kind of like in my muscles. But I will say this, I did have some numbness around my hips, and I think that the part of that sensitivity, part of that hurting is my nerves actually coming back, because it used to be I would itch and I would scratch over there and I couldn't feel it. And now I feel like I can push and feel down into the tissues a little bit better, and I have a little bit more feeling. I talk about that in depth in my actual showing you the scar part, so don't really want to go a lot into that, but that's something I didn't talk about, was the numbness in my hip area that is coming back. I forgot to talk about that in the other clips, so I thought that I would throw that in there for you guys. As far as food, I've been showing everything that I'm eating. I'm trying really hard to eat in a calorie deficit, but it has been very hard. This is the holidays and I'm also still healing from this surgery and I just kind of feel wore out. The last couple of weeks, actually, I felt extremely depressed and frustrated and just kind of down. And I think that's partially because I came off of Nutcracker and it was such a good high, and I kind of just crashed after that. I'm dealing with a lot of other things in my life, and of course, you know, Christmas for 9 kids is definitely never an easy task. And so I definitely have been feeling kind of down in the dumps. I'm taking my vitamin D and my regular vitamins, and I'm taking zinc and C and a few other things so that I can like fight off illnesses, because I did also have COVID in October, and so I'm still kind of like maybe in the recovery zone for that. I don't know, but I'm definitely just kind of feeling blah, and I'm worried about going into January because normally my blah doesn't start until then, and I'm already struggling. So if you've been feeling blah lately, which I know a lot of you are, just know you are in good company. Maybe there's something weird in the stars that are causing us all to feel just kind of but I'm trying to enjoy this Christmas season as much as possible, do as much service as I can, spend time with my kids, making treats and things like that I normally wouldn't do, mostly because I was trying to lose weight, and I'm trying to just spend a little bit more time like enjoying those things rather than stressing of them. So eating is going okay. I feel like I can eat normally. I can overeat, obviously, although it does sometimes hurt. And I do need to keep an eye on my eating because it's easy to get off track. And I definitely don't want to head back down that road after investing so much time, energy, and money into the body that I have right now. So that all being said, I think that's pretty much all I have to talk about. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer in my 6-month video, don't forget to post those in the comments section because I definitely want to make sure I'm answering everybody's questions. I know that the numbness was one of the questions I got last time, and I wanted to make sure I addressed that. I can't think of any other questions that I got asked this last time, so if you have some, don't forget to comment. And I know that you guys are all here because you just want to see how it is going with the scar. So we will just get into that right now, and I'll check back with you in a minute. Good morning, guys. I cannot believe it has been 5 months since I had my loose skin surgery. It seems to have flown by. It's kind of crazy. And today I'm going to be doing a scar update for you guys. The light is about to become really terrible in here, so I'm going to try and go as quickly as I can. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first before I get started, I can't decide if this is a good thing or a bad thing that I can show you this today, but it's information, it's data, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you. As you can see, my upper abdomen is quite distended today. This is what it looks like when I have swelling. Sometimes I'll usually have swelling down here, and I know I've talked about it a lot in this area. This is the area of concern that I've talked about in other videos that my doctor is going to evaluate whether or not he needs to do a revision. But every once in a while, I also get swelling up here, and this morning I woke up and it hurts right here. My muscle repair actually hurts. Let's see, yeah, right there it hurts pretty bad, and then down here it's kind of sore. Now I did have a pretty intense dance practice on Tuesday, and yesterday I practiced. I've been trying to practice my dances because tomorrow is our big show, so that I have something to do with it. The last few days I've been eating keto, so I don't think the diet has anything to do with it. Like, go figure with this thing. I swear, it's just like, it makes no sense half the time. But yeah, as you can see, I've got this kind of bloaty belly going on. So it is what it is, and hopefully it's not going to distract you guys from seeing my scar. Yeah. So anyway, the Fleur-de-lis. You can see it goes all the way up here. Today I actually do have a little poof of skin right there. I don't normally always have it. Sometimes it swells up, like with the swelling here. I'm not worried about that at all. It's obviously hidden by my clothing. It doesn't bother me. You can see the line is nice and straight, and my belly button looks pretty good. So I'm going to actually come in close so that you can see really well what this looks like up close. Okay. Hopefully the lighting will last while we do this. So here you go. You can see up close. Here is my actual belly button scar. If I pull it, you can kind of see the little line of stitching all the way around. My doctor did internal stitching, so the line really meets where my belly button was sewn in. Some people do outside stitching, and you have this like red line around here. If you see that, that is the difference. And so if you're wanting it to look more like mine looks and look more natural, make sure you ask your plastic surgeon about internal stitching if they do that with the belly button. This was my original belly button that I had from the very beginning. Some people think that it's kind of high, but this is literally where my belly button was. I know that because the doctor actually gave me a picture of me opened up with my muscle repair sewn up, and that's exactly where my little belly button, you could see it when you zoom in to the picture. I'm not going to show you, it gets a little disturbing, but you can see that's right where it was. Even though my hip bones are here and my anatomy, that is correct for where my belly button is supposed to be. So yours may not be in the same place. And like if you decide to have a tummy tuck where they just pull it down a little bit, it might float it a little lower. Everything is fine, everything works. So That is my Fleur-de-lis scar at 5 months. And you can see if I suck in, you can kind of see where my abs are. Not as much today because I am swollen, like I said, but you can actually see my abs, which is crazy. So the next area is where the Fleur-de-lis meets the actual tummy tuck line. And that is where I've had this trouble swelling. This right here is just a skin irritation. I've had it for like a month. I don't know what. I've been putting, all the creams and stuff on it as well, and I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's going away. So this has nothing to do with the surgery. But you can see here my actual tummy tuck line. Okay, so I'm going to come really close so that you can see this scar here. You can see it's almost completely gone. You can hardly see it, the scar now at this point, which is crazy because this was the scariest looking area at the very beginning. If you've been watching my channel for very long, you will have seen that. Right here is the reddest area, but down here it is white almost. You can't even see it anymore in real life. I'm not sure how it's showing up on video. I mean, you can see how red these dry skin patches are, right? Compared to this line, which is crazy. Even my stretch marks are darker now than the actual lines. It's kind of crazy. You can see how silvery this is starting to turn already at 5 months, which this makes me not want to get that revision he was talking about. So this is the area he wants to clean up. I don't know what that means. I do suffer from quite a bit of swelling right through here, especially on this side. I don't know what is going over there. This side feels normal, but I'm still kind of numb right here. So yeah, I can't feel it here. I can feel it there. So just this little, I can feel it there. I can feel it there. So yeah, literally just this patch. On this side, I can feel everything. So it is literally only numb right there, which I don't think that'll come back. And I'm just kind of used to it now. I just don't care. There are also some numb areas on the other sides of me, but I have to like really try and figure out where they are. In fact, I can't even find them today. So yeah, I don't feel them today. So that's weird. But yeah, anyway, someone did ask about that. I probably will talk about it again later. We'll see. To the side. So this is my side incision right here. It's almost completely gone. Back here is a little bit still red. These are really starting to fade. These are my drain holes. They look kind of like freckles. I kind of wish he'd put them a little bit different so that, they would look more like a mole or a freckle and not be so even, but not like anyone sees it. So it doesn't really matter. And then let's see the other side. This side is higher up on my hip. It used to bother me. It doesn't really bother me now. But can you even see the drain holes on this side? I can't. Like, they're basically gone. This one is right here. I cannot see it at all. It's gone. And then this one is down here. So I don't know. These ones came out later and they looked worse at the beginning, but they've healed faster. Go figure. Who knows? I mean, who knows how it goes with this scar thing. It's kind of strange. As far as the scar, this area right here is almost gone. Here it's pink. Here it's pink. So you can kind of see that, I think, in the camera. But yeah, that looks really good, right? Like, come on. That's amazing. Okay, I'm going to show you the back. So as you can see, the back is just pink all the way across. It's flat now, not ropey. It's hard for me, I can't see what I'm looking at, so I think you can basically get the idea though that it's looking good. That one sometimes can show like in underwear and stuff because they don't always come up the top, but it doesn't really bother me. As you can see with these cover those lines really well. If I push my skin over, I can make this line straight, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. This is loose here. You can see even without the swelling, but today even with the swelling, it's even worse. When I'm swollen, this overhang is worse. When I'm not swollen, it's not as bad. It's strange. But yeah, this also the doctor is thinking about possibly redoing. Honestly, I don't know that I'm going to agree to doing it because unless it can do something about this, which I don't think it can until I do the whole bra line lift, I just don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I think I'd still be round and swollen anyway, either way, because like when I don't suck in, this is what I look like. I'm not totally flat. I think that even doing that revision might tighten that up a tiny bit, but honestly, I think I'd still gonna look like that, and that doesn't bug me. Like for pictures and stuff, I want to show my abs because I want to be like, hey, look how skinny I am, right? Because like, look how far I can suck in and stuff. But that's only because I've never been able to do that before. And so anyway, that's why I just don't care that much. This obviously I would love to have gone. It's worse today because I'm swollen. Sometimes it's not this bad, which is crazy, right? But when I get the bra line lift, which I will have to do in order to remove this skin here, right? It will pull all that up like that. And so that will be gone. So that's just, in the future, it's not something I'm doing right now. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like from far away, so you can see if you can even see it. Because most likely you can't. Okay, here we go. So this is what it looks like from the front and from the side and the back and the side. So yeah, you can see that this side is more obvious from far away. I think that's because my skin is two entirely different colors over here on this side. And on this side, I'm more matchy in color. And this doesn't go up as high. But like I said, these you can still see. And that one you can't, probably because of the color of my skin. It's the same color. I don't know why my skin is that color on that side. It's so strange. All right, so let's look at the thighs. I had a medial thigh lift, and it was not full all the way to the knee. So my thighs are actually bigger now than they were before pre-surgery. They were 18 inches around pre-surgery. That's not pulling tight or anything. That's literally what they were. And now they're like 20, 21 and a half. I've gained weight, I think. I'm not sure. I mean, I've gained weight on the scale. The swelling never went away all the way. So I think I gained weight, and it's gone all to here and here, which, you know, who can complain about that? I guess I've gotten maybe a little bit in my back. It's hard to tell. But gosh dang, I don't want to lose that. So it's kind of a hard conundrum of what I'm doing about losing weight. But I'm going to show you really quick the thigh scars. Let's see. So up here is where it starts. And this part right here, this inch, is basically gone. You can't see it. And then it goes down here. This is actually my worst side. This side has been darker, purpler. You can see it more if I pull it up onto my leg more because it's in the shadow. The nice thing about the scar is that it's in the shadow of my muscle. What? So unless you're really looking, you're probably not going to notice that, especially because my thighs still touch. So this right here, though, like you can see from the front. This you cannot really. So I'm kind of looking forward to when this is gone, when it fades out. And the fact that this top inch has faded out makes me have hope that that will happen. But gosh dang, I mean, what? It looks great. So even though my thighs are bigger, that loose skin that was just hanging in a pouch, especially on this side because I had this big weird bumpy pouch, it's gone. And so even though my thighs are bigger, they're smoother. So you can see that this is the top of the scar and it goes down to here. It's also in the shadow of my leg, but with this lighting, it's hard to tell on this side. But yeah, I think it looks pretty great. I think I look about the same. Over the last few months, like physically, I don't feel like that my body looks smaller or bigger. I feel like it looks the same. But scar-wise, things have definitely, I mean, come on. They have definitely improved in the scar department. So I am super happy about that. And I hope that helped you guys feel confident. So let me show you what I am using for scar care. Okay, so I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about my scar care. This video was actually supposed to be sponsored by a scar strip company that had asked me to do a video, and I told them if they got me the product and the payment by the day I did my 5-month thing that I would do a before and after using their product, but they didn't do it. So this video is not sponsored. So none of these products are anybody that know who I am or anything crazy like that. But they are things that I've used. So in the past, I was using some of this CeraVe on my scars, and I just kind of got lazy about doing that. Sometimes I put it on my actual belly skin and my legs and stuff when it's dry. It's awesome for that. It's really good for making your skin feel nice and supple. CeraVe has hyaluronic acid in it, which is what makes it so expensive, but that's what makes it so awesome. So I love this for all over moisture, but I wasn't really using it necessarily for scar care long term. For this last month, the only 2 products I have used are at night. Before I go to bed, I have been slathering in bio oil, but I bought this bio oil. I think this is the same one that was in my last video a month ago, and I use a ton of this stuff, and you can see I've only gone through half of the bottle, which that means a lot to me. I don't really have a ton of money to spend on scar care after spending so much on my surgery, and it means a lot to me that I can get a product that I can afford. So what's in bio oil, it has Purcellin, Purcellin oil. It contains the breakthrough ingredient Purcellin oil, which reduces the thickness of the formulation and makes it easily absorbed. So I don't know why it helps with the scars with that, but it also has other things in it as well. So, but apparently that's the one ingredient that makes it special, that makes it absorb into the skin better, which the point of scar care is to keep the scar area very moist so that it doesn't form hard callus-like areas, I guess. I'm not exactly sure on that. Okay, the second product that I am using is Aven. As you can see, it's gone. I need to buy a new one. Luckily, this stuff ships next day. So when I run out, I can, get a new one. I bought this one, I think, at 5 weeks. So this has lasted me, no, that can't be right. I had to have bought another one, right? I don't know. Well, I'm 22 weeks post-op now. So I don't know, this stuff lasts longer than the other fancy ones, and it's cheaper. So I use the Aven Cycalphate Gel, Scar Gel. This has silicone in it. This is a silicone gel. Another product that I'm planning to add, because I saw it on one of those skincare channels. I can't remember whose it was. My doctor, somebody. If I think of it, I'll put the name right here. Okay, so she talked about this different resurfacing scar gel. I can't remember the ingredient that has in it that's supposed to be great, but I'm using this now with the Aven. Well, I am going to be. I've not used it yet. Okay, I've just bought this. So don't get excited thinking that my scars look great because of this. It's literally just silicone and bio oil that I've used so far. I just want to try this just because I've wanted to try it for a month and I haven't been able to find it, and I saw it in Walgreens the other day. Wish this was sponsored by this company. That would be awesome, but it's not. So whatever. It's supposed to help with the scars, the surface of them, and now I'm to the point where that's what I'm really focusing on. It's not necessarily the underneath formation of the scars like what this would be for and what the silicone seals everything in, but this one actually addresses the actual top layer of the scar, at least as far as I understand, which I could be wrong, but I'm going to try it. So I bought this in Walgreens. It is different scar gel, resurfacing scar gel. Sorry, you can't even see it. There it is. And I will be giving you an update on how that goes. I was supposed to use a different product, like I said, and they were supposed to get the benefit, but they didn't send it to me and they didn't get me paid. So 'tis what it is, which is great because I think I prefer to use this product anyways, which is fine. So yeah, that's it for the scar care. That's it for the scar video. Back to me. All right, so there you have it. I think that the scars are looking really, really great. It's kind of a bummer that that company didn't have me didn't have this video sponsored after all. I was really hoping that this one would be a sponsorship opportunity, but I will be sure to let you guys know how my new scar care regimen goes, and at the 6-month mark, I will definitely have an update for you on that. Lastly, I did want to mention about the revision my doctor had talked about. how I'm feeling about that. I meant to talk about that before the scar thing, but I forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and go into that. If you're still here, you get to be lucky. So I just wanted to talk about that because I did have a bit of loose skin the doctor was noticing above my belly button, and also I had some swelling and weird kind of like lumpy feelings at my T-scar that I've been kind of worried about for a couple of months. I have to say that even though I am still struggling with some swelling, that actual feeling of the lumpiness and bumpiness at that T-scar is kind of going away. And so I don't know if it's anything I'm doing. I haven't done any massage this month. I've been so busy. Maybe the being more active has had something to do with it, but it is definitely flattened out. I definitely still have like a bulge in that area, and I don't know if that's still just swelling or if that is loose skin that needs to go or if it's some weird bit of fatty tissue. I'm not sure. But my personal feeling right now is that I'd rather not revise it. So I'm kind of leaning towards saying no if he offers that to me next month. I know that's crazy because last month I was like, sure, if he's going to pay for it, then I'm on board. But I really don't mind the loose skin above my belly button. You can hardly see it, and I kind of like how it makes my belly button look hooded, which I feel like if he were to remove that skin, that my belly button would be stretched out and weird. I'm also worried about when I do the bra line lift, if I decided to do a full circumferential, I'd get that same look. And so I don't know if I relish that idea. I don't know. We'll see how things progress in the future. I'm just kind of liking how my skin is feeling and looking right now. And I don't know, who wants to mess with a good thing, right? So that's where I'm at in the revision camp. We will see. I will be updating you with my 6-month check-in because I'm going to be having a meeting up with my doctor on January 11th. And so I will be talking about that in my 6-month update video. So thank you for watching this video and for being here and supporting this channel. I appreciate all of my new subscribers. I appreciate all of your support. Definitely appreciate it when you buy products that I'm affiliated with, or donate to the channel and things like that, and support me on Patreon, because those things are really keeping me going and making it possible for me to continue to make these videos for you guys. And I'm so grateful that you're still here. Can't even believe where this channel has gone, and that I sometimes am like pinching myself because I'm like, I still can't believe I had loose skin surgery. I mean, it's been 5 months, but I'm still kind of like, what? How is this me? Weird. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you again for watching the videos and for being here for me and supporting me and all of that. And I will catch you again next time. Don't forget to like the video and comment if you can. And I'll talk to you all again soon.